So a rumor came out. Like take all this with a grain of salt. This is just a rumor. I don't know who broke the story.
Oh, well, okay. Well, it came from a not so reliable source, but we're gonna say it comes from Bloody Disgusting because they're reliable. So let's just say that.
All right, so they're semi-reliable, I guess. It comes from a semi-reliable source, from Bloody Disgusting, as Josh said, that a Swamp Thing movie is set to be in development, and that this movie, the Swamp Thing movie, would not be a continuation of the Swamp Thing series that's on DC Universe, but rather a brand new take on it. So with like a new cast, new story, new everything. So Josh, you seem pretty adamant about this from the beginning of this topic. So why are you nervous about this?
Okay, so no, it's not nervousness. It's I have mixed feelings about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I say that is because Swamp Thing premiered on the DC Universe app at the end of last month.
Right.
And literally since its premiere, the show has been nothing short of great. Like, this has overtaken Doom Patrol as my favorite DC Universe show.
Really?
And as much as you know how much I love Doom Patrol, obviously I've met, when the show was on, I would say Crazy Jane is bae. She still is at the end of every single episode. But just the way Swamp Thing has been constructed and it's been executed, the cast, the practical effects for Swamp Thing, Crystal Reed, just aside from just being just drop dead gorgeous, is just killing it as Abby Arcane. Like, the cast is so good, and because of like a tax error, the show gets canceled, and you don't even try to revive it. Like, that bothers me. And then, of course, now we have this rumor about Swamp Thing possibly being developed into a feature film with James Wan being attached to it and having no connection or attachment to the DC Universe show. Like, that sucks. Like, that really sucks, because this team has been assembled to, I think they had mentioned that the show was originally designed for at least like a 3 to 4 season run, with the possibility of them kind of branching off and kind of creating like a DC Universe Justice League Dark, which includes characters like, Madame Xanadu, Deadman, Constantine, Zatanna, all these really great characters, Edric and the Demon. And you scrap all of that, literally just throw it all in the trash because of like a tax, problem. I understand,
money and everything.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that, but like, when you have these plans, instead of just throwing them in the garbage because of one error.
Tax error.
Yeah, one error, I think is just kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other end of that, like I mentioned, a Swamp Thing movie is intriguing because we've seen what the potential of something Swamp Thing live action related could look like. I know the Wes Craven did 2 Swamp Thing films back in I think 87, and I actually haven't seen those, but with the technology we have today, like, I think a Swamp Thing live action film would look phenomenal, and the possibility of them even doing something like that,
like Swamp Thing for the modern day.
And them doing a Swamp Thing film would potentially allow them to finally reach that Justice League Dark script that they've been sitting on for God only knows how long.
Decades at this point.
So I wrestle between saying, oh yeah, no, bring the show back, take it to HBO, give them the finances to make the show happen, continue it from DC Universe, and then the other side of me is just like, Swamp Thing film, a lot of potential there, especially if James Wan is attached. He'll most likely, he might direct it, and James Wan is a horror genius at the moment, and then the potential of that being just into Justice League Dark. So it's I feel like it's a win-win, but I feel like the cast of the DC Universe app deserve better than that. You put in all of this effort to learn the source material. You're on set, and you're in those swamps, and you're acting, and you're in that environment, and then the show gets canceled.
You're in that costume.
Error. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they go, oh yeah, no, we're gonna bring Swamp Thing back, but as a feature-length film, and none of you are involved. I think that is garbage, and I see, like, you see where my dilemma is, right?
Yeah.
It's just a bad situation, man.
So I had I didn't really read into the article that much, but did you say like James Wan was supposed to be attached to this movie? Or?
Yeah, James Wan. If they were going to do a Swamp Thing live action film, James Wan would be attached to it. and it would be a reimagining of the character
to direct
and not tied. It didn't specify, but
I think probably as a producer because he's doing Aquaman 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would like for him to direct it, or dude, get David Sandberg to direct it. Oh, see, fuck. I keep thinking about like the good in it, and I think about the Swamp Thing cast, and I get sad.
I think
I have a big heart, man. I can't help it.
He'll probably bring on like one of his Conjuring buddies to do the Swamp Thing movie, if this rumor is true or something. But yeah, I mean, if Juan is involved, like clearly he was involved with the show that was on DC Universe.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe like Juan just wants to take another crack at it, kind of tell it in a new medium, like like they get it. This version is canceled. Like you can't do anything about it. But if Juan is,
you can't just give it to HBO.
Yeah,
don't give it to CW, please, dear God, don't do that.
More backflips. No, more backflip punches.
Like you're not Swamp Thing. We are Swamp
Thing.
No, get the hell out of here with that trash, man.
But yeah, whatchamacallit? I mean, I'd be down for it. I mean, I get like I mean I haven't seen Swamp Thing, so I can't comment on its quality. I mean, I hear it's fantastic. But it just kind of it does suck that it would have to be a new interpretation and like not the version that people have worked so hard to make and make it pretty damn well. Like literally everything about that show looks so like phenomenal, between the costume and the effects and the everything about that world just looks dead spot on. Like it's crazy. It does suck, but if we're getting a movie about Swamp Thing, I'd be fine with it. I can't comment on like my attachment on the show yet because I haven't seen a single episode. But everything I've seen from like the previews, the trailers, from people's reactions, they are very much promising and it looks pretty dope. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat where like I'd want to see a Swamp Thing movie, but it sucks that it can't be like the DC Universe cast or storyline that's happening right now.
See, the thing is, like, if you wanted to do a Swamp Thing film and include the cast, like, you wouldn't really have any problem because there's been no direct ties to Doom Patrol or Titans.
Mm-hmm. It's its own thing. So,
like, it's its own thing, so you could still do that. Just, I don't see the purpose of dumping the cast because, like, oh, they're not a Hollywood cast. Well, bitch, make them one. How do you think Henry Cavill became a Hollywood actor? Because someone gave him a chance. Mm-hmm. How do you think any of these actors got a shot in Hollywood? Because someone gave them a chance. Mm-hmm. So just because they're not Hollywood, quote unquote Hollywood actors or big budget actors, right off the bat, like that shouldn't discredit them or disqualify them from being a part of a feature length film. Like just freaking do it. Like don't be like that. Like that's the one thing that kind of bothers me about Hollywood. But I mean, that's a topic for another day.
The cutthroat business, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Yeah. I am aware.
So, do you think, like, if they announce, like, if they officially announce, like, 2 days or like whatever tomorrow, that they're doing a Swamp Thing movie, would you be like down for it, or would you be like, eh? Because I know, like, it would not be connected to the DC Universe storyline. Like that's behind us.
I would be very upset about, I would be upset with the cast, because they went through this roller coaster of the show getting cut down to 10 episodes because they went over budget. Right. And then, am I going like robotic for you, or am I? We're good.
No,
I saw my little. Okay. From the show getting cut down to 10 episodes to then, the show getting canceled after the first episode gets, airs. I would feel upset for them. And I want to see that cast again, but like at the same time, the potential for a Swamp Thing film and what a Swamp Thing film could be a launching board for would be very intriguing and very exciting. So I would be excited for the film.
Right. Hopefully one day if that Justice League Dark script ever gets made into a movie, hopefully we'll see Swamp Thing there. Who knows?
Yeah.
It does suck.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice to see that movie ever come out. But, I don't think it's going to come out.